A rainy night, an empty road just outside the city. A lone pickup truck slows down when faint, flickering police lights glow in the distance. The driver steps out, and the moment he sees the scene ahead, he freezes. A female officer is lying still beside her wrecked patrol car. The crash looks severe, and she's barely conscious. She whispers weakly, "Back up, they're not coming." He instantly pulls off his jacket, cuts her seatbelt with a pocket knife, and applies firm pressure to help her injury. As her eyes begin to fade, he tells her calmly, "Stay with me. I've seen worse. You're not dying tonight." 1 hour later, in a hospital room, the police captain studies her carefully treated wound. His hands shake. Who did this? That's military precision. His name is Jack Rowan. 40 years old. A single father. He wakes at 5:30 every morning in a small house on the edge of town, the kind of place where neighbors wave politely but never ask questions. In the kitchen, Jack packs lunch for his 10-year-old daughter, Ella. She has bright eyes and endless curiosity. She often asks why he has scars on his hands, and he always dodges the truth. Because the truth is complicated. Jack Rowan wasn't always a delivery driver. He used to be someone entirely different, a combat medic in special forces. The kind of soldier they called when missions fell apart in places no map admitted existed. He treated the wounded under fire, stitched injuries in pitch-black nights, and kept men breathing when hope was already slipping away. But that was before. Before the explosion that took his wife, Sarah, during what should have been a simple traffic stop 5 years ago. Before he discovered that the drug cartel threatening their county was the same one he'd encountered during his years overseas. Before he walked away from everything. Now he drives a delivery truck to rural stores. Lives quietly. Raises Ella alone. He wears a faded black bracelet on his wrist, engraved with the simple words, "Never leave a fallen." It's 11 at night when Jack finishes his last delivery. Rain pounds the windshield as he takes the back road through the forest. Most drivers avoid this route after dark, but Jack doesn't mind the quiet. Then he sees it, flashing lights, barely visible through the downpour. A patrol car, overturned. Thin smoke rises from the hood. Jack slows down. Every instinct tells him to call 911 and keep moving. "Don't get involved," that old voice warns. "You're not that person anymore." But he stops. He always stops. He grabs a flashlight and steps into the rain. Up close, the wreck is even worse. The car must have rolled more than once, glass scattered everywhere, the driver's side crushed. Inside, slumped over the steering wheel, is a young woman in uniform. Her badge catches the beam of his flashlight. Officer Sarah Miles. 29. 18 months on the force. Tonight, she made the mistake of following a cartel lead alone. Her eyes flutter open. She's hurt, shaken, and struggling to stay conscious. She tries to speak. "Back up, called them 20 minutes ago." Jack checks her pulse, weak. Her breathing shallow. He tries his phone. No signal. The forest swallows everything. Suddenly, Sarah grips his arm with surprising strength. "If you run, they'll find you too. They're watching." Jack looks at her, really looks at her. He sees fear. Pain. The dreadful acceptance of someone who believes help won't arrive. For a moment, he sees his wife, not the same face, but the same uniform, the same danger, the same slipping chances. He takes a steadying breath. "Then I guess we both fight." Jack runs to his truck. Hidden beneath a tarp is an old medical kit, military grade. He kept it all these years, maybe for this moment. He returns to the wreck. Sarah's eyes droop. "Hey, stay with me." "What's your name?" "Sarah." "Okay, Sarah. I'm Jack. I'm getting you out, but you have to stay awake." Talk to me. Why'd you become a cop? She manages a faint smile. Wanted to make a difference. Good reason. Jack examines her injury. She needs immediate help, and the car could ignite from the leaking fuel. The sharp smell fills the air. He knows he has seconds, not minutes. Time to be who he used to be. He slices her seatbelt with his old tactical knife. His hands move with the confidence of someone who once did this for a living. Sarah winces as he shifts her, but he continues, focused, efficient. From his kit, Jack pulls out specialized gauze, a pressure bandage, and clamps he hasn't touched in years. They feel familiar. Almost too familiar. He applies pressure and works quickly. Sarah cries out from the pain, but Jack doesn't slow down. Talk to me, Sarah. Who did this? Through clenched teeth, she forces out, was following a suspect, cartel, highway connection. They ran me off the road. Jack's jaw tightens. The cartel, always the cartel. How many? 2 vehicles, maybe 6 men. They left me. They think I'm already gone. Let's keep it that way. He secures the bandage. It's not perfect, but it's enough to buy her time. Sarah's breathing steadies, but the danger hasn't passed. The fuel leak grows worse. One spark could end them both. Can you move? Jack asks. I don't know. You're going to have to. On 3. 1, 2, 3. He lifts her from the wreck. She's lighter than he expected, or maybe adrenaline gives him more strength than he realizes. He carries her away from the crushed patrol car, rain pounding around them, the forest closing in as danger draws nearer. 20 feet. 30. 50. Behind them, the patrol car's engine makes a sharp crack. Get down. Jack throws himself over Sarah as the car bursts into flames. The blast lights up the forest like a second sunrise. Heat sweeps over them, and bits of metal zip through the air. For a moment, the world is nothing but noise and blinding light. Then comes silence, broken only by rain and the soft crackle of fire. Sarah looks up at Jack, his face glowing in the reflection of the burning wreck. You're insane. I get that a lot. He checks her injury again. The makeshift bandage is holding. No phone signal. Too deep into the forest. We need to get you to the road. No ambulance will find us here. I can't walk. I know. Jack lifts her into a fireman's carry. She's nearly limp now, shock creeping in. The road is half a mile away, uphill, in the rain, with a critically injured woman on his shoulders. Jack has endured worse. He walks. Each step makes Sarah flinch, but she doesn't complain. Tell me about your daughter, she whispers. What? Your jacket has a drawing in the pocket, from Ella. He almost smiles. Even in her condition, she notices everything. She's 10. Smart. Too smart. Keeps asking why I won't teach her how to stitch. Why won't you? Because I don't want her to ever need that skill. Sarah is quiet for several seconds. Your wife, was she a cop? Jack's step stutters, barely noticeable. How did you know? The way you looked at me. Like you'd lived this before. She was. Died 5 years ago. Same kind of setup. Cartel ambush. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. Just stay alive. That's all I ask. They finally reach the road. Jack sets Sarah down carefully and waves at the first truck he sees. The driver takes one look and immediately calls 911. 15 minutes later, sirens, flashing lights, an ambulance, and multiple patrol cars. Paramedics rush over. They examine Sarah, cut open her uniform, and freeze at the precise bandaging. A veteran EMT, Rodriguez, stares closely. Who did this? Another paramedic studies it. This is advanced trauma work. Whoever did it saved her. She had minutes left. Police quickly surround Jack. What's your name? Jack Rowan. Did you see who did this? No. I just found her. You a doctor? No. Then how did you? I used to be a medic. Long time ago. Captain Marcus Stone arrives, 30 years on the force. He looks at Sarah being loaded into the ambulance, then at Jack, then at the burning wreck. You carried her half a mile. More or less. Through a crime scene. She was dying. Didn't have time to worry about evidence. Stone studies Jack, a man who stands like he has lived through battles, his calm unshaken. What's your full name? Jack Rowan. You military? Jack hesitates. Was. Not anymore. What branch? Does it matter? It does to me. Jack meets his eyes. Special Forces. Combat medic. Honorably discharged 5 years ago. Stone nods slowly, connecting dots. We're going to need a statement tomorrow. I need to get home to my daughter. Jack turns to leave. Mr. Rowan, Stone calls, thank you. You saved one of ours tonight. Jack doesn't turn around. Just did what anyone should do. When he reaches his truck, he notices something, his bracelet is gone. Must have fallen off during the rescue. He looks back at the ambulance. Sarah is conscious, watching him. Their eyes meet. She lifts her hand. Around her wrist is his black bracelet. Never leave a fallen. Jack gives a small nod. Then drives into the night. 3 days later. Sarah Miles wakes in County General Hospital. White walls. Machines beeping steadily. Pain meds in her system. Captain Stone sits beside her. Serious expression. How are you feeling? Sarah tries to sit up and winces. Like I got hit by a truck. What happened to the case? Forget the case. Tell me about the man who saved you. Sarah closes her eyes, remembering. Tall. Maybe 6'2". Dark hair with some gray. 40s. Calm under pressure. Really calm. Like he'd done it 1,000 times. What did he say to you? That I wasn't dying tonight. That he'd seen worse. She pauses. Captain, whoever he was, he knew exactly what he was doing. The care was perfect. And he carried me half a mile through the rain. Stone pulls out a tablet and shows her a photo. Is this him? Jack Rowan's driver's license. Yes. That's him. Who is he? That's what we're trying to figure out. The investigation moves quickly. Detective Maria Reeves traces the truck registration and finds Jack's address. Quiet home. No red flags. She runs his background. What she discovers makes her call Stone immediately. Captain, you need to see this. In the conference room, Jack's military file appears on the screen, most of it redacted. Classified missions everywhere. But what remains visible is staggering. Special Forces Combat Medic. 7 deployments. Silver Star. Expert in tactical medicine. Honorably discharged after his wife's death. Then they pull up the case file of his wife, Sarah Rowan, patrol officer, killed in a drug operation gone wrong. The suspects were never captured, but intel pointed to cartel involvement. The same cartel active in their county now. Jesus, Stone murmurs. He's been hunting them. Or avoiding them, Reeves replies. He became a civilian. If he wanted revenge, he would have taken it already. Maybe he's waiting, Park suggests. Or maybe he's trying to live quietly. 2 detectives head to Jack's house the next morning. Jack is cooking pancakes. Ella sits at the table doing homework. A peaceful scene. The doorbell rings. Jack knows exactly who it is, he saw the unmarked car pull up. Mr. Rowan? That's me. I'm Detective Reeves. This is Detective Park. We have questions about the incident 3 nights ago. I already gave a statement. We have follow-ups. May we come in? Jack glances at Ella. She's watching. He crouches beside her. Honey, I need to talk to these people. Can you go to your room and finish your homework? Am I in trouble? No. I am a little. But it's okay. She looks scared. He kisses her forehead. Everything's fine. I promise. The detectives enter the living room. Small space, modest furniture. Reeves notices a shadow box on the wall, medals, including a purple heart, a bronze star, and centered, a silver star. That's quite a collection, she says. Jack doesn't respond. Park opens his notebook. We reviewed your record. You were Special Forces. Expert in trauma care. That's not a question. Why didn't you say that earlier? You asked if I was a doctor. I said no. You asked if I was a medic. I said I used to be. I answered honestly. You were being evasive. I was being private. There's a difference. The door opens. Captain Stone steps inside. Mr. Rowan, he says, we need to talk. About what? About why a decorated Special Forces medic is driving a delivery truck in the middle of nowhere. Is that illegal? No. But it's interesting. Especially when that same medic saves an officer investigating the same cartel that killed his wife. The room goes still. Jack's expression doesn't change, but his hands tighten slightly. I don't know what you're implying. Stone steps closer. I'm not implying. I'm stating facts. Your wife, Sarah, was killed by cartel members. The case went cold. You left the military, moved here, stayed quiet. And now you save an officer tied to that same cartel. Coincidence? I don't believe in coincidences, Stone adds. Jack's voice lowers. What do you want from me? Stone pulls out a chair. Officer Miles is alive because of you. But she's still in danger. The cartel knows she survived. They'll come for her again. Then protect her. That's your job. We're trying. But we're outmatched. These people have training, weapons, strategy. We need someone who understands how they think. Jack shakes his head. No. We need a tactical consultant. Someone who knows combat medicine, ambush tactics, countermeasures. I said no. Why? Jack looks toward the hallway where Ella disappeared. Because I have a daughter who needs a father, not a memory. Reeves speaks gently. Mr. Rowan, if we don't stop them, more officers will die. More families will lose someone. More kids will grow up without a parent. Jack stares at the medals on the wall. He thinks of Sarah Miles, young, brave, fighting to survive in the rain. He thinks of his wife in her uniform, her last moments. He thinks of Ella. What would she want him to do? The answer is painfully clear. She'd want him to stop this from happening to anyone else. Jack inhales slowly. I'll consult. Nothing more. I don't go into the field. I don't carry a weapon. I analyze tactics and teach your officers how to stay alive. That's it. Stone extends a hand. Deal. They shake. Reeves smiles faintly. When can you start? Tomorrow. But we do this my way. I train your officers in tactical medicine, I review your operational plans, and if I say something is too dangerous, you listen. Agreed. Jack walks them to the door. As the detectives step outside, Captain Stone turns back. "One more thing. Officer Miles asked me to give you this." He hands Jack a small box. Inside is his black bracelet, cleaned, polished, and a handwritten note. "Never leave a fallen. Thank you for not leaving me. Sarah M." Jack stares at it for a long moment before fastening it back on his wrist where it belongs. 2 weeks later. Jack stands in the police training room. 15 officers watch him closely. Sarah Miles sits in the front row, still recovering, but determined. Captain Stone introduces him. "This is Jack Rowan. Former Special Forces medic. He'll teach you how to survive." Jack steps forward. "The first 60 seconds in a crisis decide if you live or die. I'm here to make sure you live." 3 hours pass, tourniquets, pressure techniques, emergency response. Jack corrects mistakes patiently, watching their confidence grow. After class, Sarah approaches. "Thank you, for everything. How's recovery?" "Slow, but steady." She hesitates. "Captain told me about your wife." "Did he?" "I'm sorry. I didn't know. You couldn't have. Is that why you saved me?" Jack thinks. "I saved you because it was the right thing to do. But yes. I saw her in you. Same uniform. Same courage." Sarah's eyes shimmer. "We're closing in on the cartel. We're raiding their warehouse in 3 days. Captain wants you there as a tactical consultant." "I don't go into the field," Jack says. "Just observe. Your judgment could save lives." He thinks of the young officers, good people, still learning. "Fine. But I stay in the command vehicle." "Deal." 3 days later. At dawn, 20 officers surround a warehouse. Jack sits with Captain Stone inside the mobile command center. Radio chatter buzzes. Team 1 in position. Team 2 ready. Team 3 holding. Stone looks at Jack. "Advice?" Jack studies the layout on the monitors. "The rear exit is probably rigged. Keep Team 3 back. That's where they'll try to escape." "How do you know?" "Because it's what I'd do." The raid begins, flashbangs, shouted commands, controlled chaos. Inside, 6 cartel members get cornered. Their leader, Vargas, bolts toward the rear door, exactly as Jack predicted. Team 3 is waiting. "Freeze. Police." Vargas pulls out a detonator, smirking. "Come closer, and we all go together." Sarah's voice crackles through the radio. "Captain, he has explosives." Jack grabs the mic. "Sarah, do you see a wire?" "Yes. Red wire." "Where does it lead?" "Pressure switch. Doorframe." Jack's training floods back. "Don't let him touch that door. The building will go up. Take the shot." Silence. Then Sarah's steady voice. "Copy. 1 clean shot." Vargas collapses, detonator falling harmlessly. Building secured. All suspects arrested. No officers hurt. Stone exhales. "Too close." Jack nods. "It always is." Later, at the debriefing, everyone is drained but alive. Captain Stone stands before the group. "We took down a major cartel operation today. No officers killed or injured. That's because of preparation, training, and one man who refused to let us walk in blind." He looks at Jack. "Jack Rowan reminded us why we wear this badge, to protect, to serve, to never leave a fallen." Applause fills the room. Officers who once doubted him now stand and salute. Sarah approaches holding something. Jack's silver star. "This belongs here," she says. "At the station." So everyone remembers what courage looks like. Jack tries to hand it back. I didn't do this for recognition. I know, Sarah says softly. That's exactly why you deserve it. She pins it on the wall of honor, beside fallen officers. Jack stares at it, his past and present finally aligning. Stone shakes his hand. You saved my officer. Then you saved my team. We owe you everything. You don't owe me anything, Jack replies. Just promise me one thing. What's that? Go home safe to your families. Every single night. Stone nods. That's a promise. Jack leaves the station. Officers form a quiet corridor of respect. Each one nods as he passes. Sarah walks him outside. You changed everything here, she says. You know that, right? Jack looks back at the glowing station windows. No. I just reminded them of what they already knew. He gets in his truck and drives home, to Ella, to peace, to purpose. A hero who never asked to be one. 1 year later. Jack stands in front of a small classroom. 20 civilians, nurses, teachers, truck drivers, sit ready to learn emergency care. A sign above the door reads, Rowan First Response Training. Because everyone should know how to save a life. Ella sits proudly in the back row, now 13, watching every move. Jack demonstrates CPR. Most people freeze in emergencies. That's normal. But if you know what to do, you can override fear. Muscle memory takes over. A student raises her hand. What if we make a mistake? Jack smiles. Then you make a mistake. But doing something is always better than doing nothing. Trust me, I've made plenty. And people lived. After class, Sarah Miles walks in, not in uniform. She became a detective last month. Hey stranger. Jack looks up. Detective Miles. Congratulations. Thanks. Couldn't have done it without you. They walk outside into the golden sunset. She hands him a folder. Thought you'd want to see this. We closed your wife's case. DNA came through. 3 arrests, all cartel. Jack opens the file, sees the mugshots. He feels no rage. No victory. Just quiet closure. Thank you. It doesn't bring her back, Sarah says. No. But it means she didn't die for nothing. They stand together quietly. Then Sarah asks, you ever think about coming back full-time? Consulting for the department? Jack shakes his head. This is where I belong. Teaching people skills they may never need. And hoping they never do. Quieter. Simpler. Less dangerous. That too. Ella walks out, waving. Hi Sarah. Hey kiddo. Your dad teaching you his secrets? Some. He won't teach me the cool stuff until I'm older. Jack ruffles her hair. The cool stuff is also the scary stuff. They watch Ella climb into the truck. Sarah turns to Jack. You know what I realized? You never really stop being a soldier. You just change your mission. Jack thinks about it. Maybe. Or maybe I finally figured out what I was fighting for. What's that? Not glory. Not revenge. Just making sure good people get to go home to their families. Sarah nods, understanding. She hugs him briefly. The world needs more people like you. The world needs more people like everyone. We all have something to give. She heads to her car. Jack walks to his truck. Ella is singing off-key to her music. He starts the engine. Hanging from the mirror is his black bracelet. Never leave a fallen. He doesn't wear it anymore. He doesn't need to. Because he's not leaving anyone behind. Not anymore. Not ever. He drives home as the sun sets. His daughter beside him. His mission clear. A father. A teacher. A man who stopped one night and changed everything.